shit here ain't no fun, no, but ain't no fun without a little bit of
Cancer.
Happy New Year to the world,
everybody else.
Happy New Year. We're the official podcast that's ending when you can say Happy New Year.
Did you
know people say it too late into the new year?
Yeah.
Like the 7th or the 8th should be your cutoff. This episode is the official cutoff of when you can say Happy New Year because we didn't get in yet.
Yeah, but
lazy.
I'd like to do that, but I'm also the guy who says my birthday's coming up, and it's like 9
Are you a
months
birthday
away.
month guy?
Not really at all. I actually spice it up a little bit because I try to be like Mr. Like, I don't even let people know it's my birthday, and you have about 6 birthdays in a row where nobody says a word to you, and you're like, this is actually pretty upsetting.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was Mr. Cool Guy, and then I just went to an open mic one year and then went home and went to bed, and I was like, all right, I got to maybe just at least let my mom talk to me.
Yeah, but it's sad because your birthday does matter less or less every year that you get older.
Speak for yourself. I got the big 2-8 coming up.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything.
No, it's the big 2-8.
But it's like it means nothing.
I can finally legally drink.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
You can legally... You've had to be off your parents' insurance for 3 years now, right?
No, for 1 year. And man, that is, I'll tell you what, I can feel that $34 coming out every paycheck.
Yeah. I was looking at
one.
it, sign up all the new stuff on the new job. That happened. I got a new job since we've last been on the air.
I need to max win.
I was filling everything out, and I hit that moment where I was like, I mean, do I even really need insurance? And then immediately got sick right after that. It was like my body's way of being like, yes, dude, you're old now.
Yeah.
You need this shit.
It really is. I had a reactionary dental insurance plan. Like, I went and I had to get a couple fillings, and then that was $900. And then I waited for open season at my job and then signed up for insurance, and I just refuse to go to the dentist now.
The reactionary plan is you open your mouth and they just react to whatever's in there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not good. You should see a real dentist.
I didn't want to spend money so bad that I went to the dentist and I was like, just pull the tooth. And he was like, you're 22. I'm not fucking
also,
ripping teeth
it's
out of your head
all
right
your
now.
front teeth. You just take them.
I think I would have more of a charm if I had less teeth. I think my teeth hold me back.
You have a good teeth. You have good teeth. You have a good teeth.
Never
You have a really good tooth.
They've gotten a little more yellow over the past year.
That's
which I'm
life,
not proud
bro.
About, but I
A lot
will
of
say,
coffee?
Tons of coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of coffee I'm drinking, I'm dumping it.
As much as it kills you, you got to force yourself to drink coffee through a straw. More and not swish it. Are you a swisher?
Well, no, it's Star Beasley who stopped me from fucking. They used to give you straws, and now they say suck on our cup. That's what Starbucks said like 3 years ago. They stopped giving straws.
It says it on there, but they put it in a cute like Christmas font.
Yeah, they said suck the cup.
Happy holidays and suck the cup.
Suck our cup. Suck it. Suck it. That Starbucks should. They should get some more masculine fan base if they started channeling that fucking wrestling dork stuff you guys like. I don't do that because I'm too busy doing like business and shit. But I think you liked wrestling or whatever.
I wasn't allowed to like wrestling when I was a young youth, and that's why I like it now. I think
Your dad wanted you to do theater.
Yeah. Well,
He's like,
performing arts. But
performers.
it was I wasn't allowed to watch it, so I would watch it in secret. Like,
oh, that's so sad.
I talked about this on Shaner's podcast. Like ECW would be on late night on like local access for Philly.
Yeah.
And whenever in our house, you weren't allowed to have a TV in your room growing up. But if you were sick, my parents would take this like extra one that we had and would put it in your room when you were sick so that you could just lay in bed all day and watch TV.
Oh, that's kind of
And then
nice.
me and my sister would just see who could hang on to it the longest. Like,
Yeah.
It'd be 4 weeks post sick.
You just bank on
and it
your
would
parents
still
being
be
lazy.
in there. And I would turn it on, and it was glorious because one, it was ECW. I was like a 12-year-old boy. I'm watching dudes beat each other up, and then all the commercials were Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah.
So it was just a true.
I mean, nothing is better.
Introduction. You'd hear that steel drum hit,
Yeah.
and you have to poke your head out the door, and you're like, yeah, my mom and dad are asleep. I can get down to business in here.
You're a better man than me. I was such a pussy that I can't look at this smut.
No. It was longer than a 30-second ad.
It was like
and-
8 minutes long.
Yeah,
Because I
and
would try to come back, and I was like, I cannot watch this.
Well, no,
I
this
swear to
is.
God,
We
turn it
also
off.
discussed if you watched it enough, you would know when the commercial break was going to be, because it would always be like the first one would be like health insurance, and then something else, and then the second commercial break was always Girls Gone Wild, and
Yeah.
then like the fourth one was too. So, and they knew what they were doing with ECW. They would put like a ladies like bikini match on, leading into the fourth commercial break.
Yeah.
They're just keeping you horny the whole damn time.
It was like they used to remember that like Ashley Madison was like, "Do you want to cheat on your fat wife or what?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I guess so. Yeah, maybe."
I mean, I don't have one, but all right.
I remember watching it as a kid. I was like, "Man, I hope I never cheat on my fat wife." But apparently, they had like services where you can call discreetly.
Well, it was like a call-in service.
You don't remember hearing about this, where it was like specifically designed for people to cheat? I think it was.
Well, that was a website. Like Ashley Madison was a website, but you're saying there was a hotline?
I think they were initially a hotline. At least that was my interpretation.
That was my first introduction into smut. Was 1-800-WET-GIRLS.
Oh my god, dude.
Episode title right there.
Yep.
1-800-WET-GIRLS, and you could. It was back on payphones. You could call 1-800 numbers for free from them for some reason. I don't know why this was, but anytime me and the boys would come across a payphone, we'd dial up 1-800-WET-GIRLS, and you'd listen in the beginning. A girl would come on. She'd be like, "Oh yeah!" And you're just like, guys, you go into One Stop and give me some beef jerky. I get the first 3 minutes on 1-800.
She really likes me, guys.
And we would just listen to the options, like the menu options.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Like, press 3 if you're a big boy.
Yeah, dude, you didn't need much. I would rewind fucking VCR, like
press
Tommy
the number
Boy.
on the dial pad of inches you are. You're like 9. I'm definitely not.
9. Yeah.
You hit 1 to hit 0 afterwards. Like, ooh, 1 inch. Like,
You
no,
just-
I'm 10.
You just click star. I'm a superstar down there. Actually, it's the biggest.
There
of
was
all time.
1-800-WET-GIRLS, and then there was the trick where you could call a certain number and hang up 3 times, and it would make the phone ring back. So we would get people with that all the time. Like you'd call it, hang it up 3 times, run around the corner, and some schmuck would be coming out of the one-stop shop, getting his cigarettes and beef jerky, and hear it ring, and you'd see if dudes would answer it, and then you'd laugh and run. That was the whole thing.
Oh my god. That sounds like what happened there, Jay Bird.
Really elaborate.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
amount of this. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
This
also
is
this
pre-internet.
like-
There wasn't a lot to do.
True.
As a youth, this was you. I was old enough to like ride my bike outside of the neighborhood. Like you could ride in like the immediate area. Like my limits were like I could ride up to Taco Bell. I was allowed to.
Okay, good.
But you push the limits as a bad little boy.
Not I.
You're like, I'm going over to Oak Valley today. I'm going to go explore
Oh,
what those
dude,
fucking
I
dummies are
hate-
doing over there.
I hate when you would go to Oak Valley back in the day.
I go to Oak Valley, rip around. You flip a kid off at the basketball courts and then ride away real fast.
That was you.
You started turf war.
You bastard, dude. I was just trying to hoop with my boys.
You were 3.
That man gave me
You get your bike stolen. I think we talked about it on here. My favorite bike, man, my Dyno NSX, satin red, matte finish. Ooh.
His
Had it
eyes
for-
came all over that thing,
Matt,
dude.
you
Matte
finished
finish
all over it.
it.
I got him back when I was 2. I was like, take this, pussy. Jizz on your bike.
My sister got it stolen outside of it sounds like a porn name. My sister and her friend, that also sounds like one, took her bike and my bike up to CVS to go get some snacks and just left them unattended outside. And they came back out and her bike was still there because it sucked. But my fucking sweet baby Dyno NSX with satin matte red finish, matte red, there it is.
Yeah.
Red matte finish was taken. It was taken from me.
It's like you're calling out football plays.
I
Red,
immediately,
Matt, finish.
I immediately went into Liam Neeson Taken mode. I was just like riding around the neighborhood on my new bike, which was a Schwinn Predator Pro.
Yeah. Sure.
Dumb bike. That's
Yeah,
all
of
they had in
course.
stock at Hot Wheels. Action Wheels, that's what it was called.
Yeah, thank God.
And we rode around, and me and the neighborhood boys, my fellas, we went on a search for that bike, and we never did find it. But I know for a fact the kid that stole it just painted it green, and he was really tough, so I couldn't call him out on
Yeah.
it.
And now that kid is Joe Biden. So
I think we mentioned him on here before. I think that is the bad kid from your neighborhood. Is he still alive?
I didn't socialize till I was like 14.
But you
so
knew who the bad kid was.
No.
There was nobody that your parents were that not worried about you. Like
No,
having
I mean
friends?
my neighbor used to have parties, and I would sit there with my parents, like all of our arms crossed, looking out the window, being like the bullshit that these people pull.
But there
I
wasn't a first kid in your neighborhood that like lit stuff on fire or set off fireworks or did like the bad kid stuff.
I don't think so.
No,
No, I
I
man,
think
we
if
had-
you don't know who that kid was, it was you, man.
No, I'm
he
telling
was
you,
a
dude,
loser, though.
I was a little pussy boy. I was a
we
tiny
had
little
Danny.
scared guy.
Danny was the bad kid in my neighborhood.
Oh yeah, we had Danny too.
Danny, eventually Danny got sent to one of those camps like in the like wilderness. There's
I have
actually
to say that almost took a turn real quick.
Yeah.
No, I mean, guys, if you're gonna be goofballs about it, I'm trying to be serious and talk about Danny. All right?
Yeah, please, we got to get this ironed out.
Danny got sent to. There's a new documentary called Hell Camp on Netflix, and it's about like these camps in the wilderness in like Utah, where these people would just be like, "We'll take your kids, and we're just going to put them out in the wilderness till they're not bad anymore." Turns out they were just neglecting the kids, and they were dying. and
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
This
I
kid
didn't
got
hear
That's
sent
about
kind
to
of
the
what I would
woods.
expect to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not like having fun.
This kid got sent to the woods. His neighbor, who was also bad, whose name was Bo, he got sent to military academy and got beat with a sock full of batteries the first night from mouthing off.
That's a crazy weapon choice, dude.
Yeah.
What, a sock full of bees?
Sock full of beat. I don't know what
Triple A or double A?
I think it was like a couple triples. Yeah,
If you're
No,
Just,
no,
uh,
those are D batteries.
Yeah, it
man.
was
Those
like
thick fuckers.
it was
If
like
it was
watch
just-
batteries. There's like 4 of them. And he's like,
Enough of those together, you might as well be a sock full of
Yeah, like
pennies.
I mean,
yeah,
I
it's not-
guess
you're not gonna feel it.
It stung, I guess.
that's
I
such an
don't know.
Italian fucking weapon, dude. The Italians, you guys will just find anything.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, we're swinging it in a circle, and I'm gonna smash you with it.
Is that an Italian weapon?
Huh?
That's an Italian weapon? I realize you're still puffed up. Are you cold? What's going on?
I didn't take it off. I was too busy shredding the gnar before this. I was too busy.
We did. We also walked up, and Matt looked at your steps, and he was like, I could ollie down these.
I'm
yeah,
turning a new
totally.
leaf at 2024, dude.
Yeah?
I'm going back to being
Matt,
13.
I got a penny board right back there.
penny board. I'll shred that thing.
If you
up,
could
dude.
ollie a penny board, you're definitely going to break your arm.
I'll get butt naked and skate that thing anywhere, dude. I show no fear anymore.
Yeah, the
It's
hills
on tape.
outside.
Yeah. You want it? Oh, well, that makes me very
My
scared.
car barely made it up the hill, and you're like, I could skate down that.
I would like.
The temptation has been there since I moved here, but I have yet to do
You haven't
it.
bombed the hill?
Nope, I have not bombed.
I
the
would
hill.
get so if you go, you don't realize how fast you go. If I was going down that hill, I would know exactly how Jesus felt on the cross. Like right before he died, I'd be like, "Wow, I'm doing this for the greater good."
Why have you forsaken me?
Yeah.
As you just
Speed wobbles right down there.
No, it was a thing. Like the guys I lived with in college, we lived on a hill, and half of us had longboards. I never had a longboard. I had that little thing.
Yeah.
But that was like a thing. You get wasted and just bomb down the
Yeah,
hill.
you lose.
It was
You sit
not,
on it.
It never ended well for
No,
me.
I
I did
couldn't
not
do
have
it.
the talent.
Turns out skateboards don't have brakes.
Yeah, we talked about this in an earlier episode. I don't think I've ever been good at any of this. I used to skateboard and I couldn't do that. Couldn't have. I really could have never ollied down
Matt,
stairs.
can you
No, I
ice
think-
skate?
Huh?
Can you ice skate?
No.
Dude, we gotta take Matt.
I've been
ice skating.
shredding, dude. I've been,
Why don't
I've
we
been
do
out-
stuff I'm good at?
I've been
like
hitting the
hanging
ice.
out?
I've been hitting the ice a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize how unathletic you are. I always thought
You're
you
fucking
were.
out of your mind, dude.
You're very
based on what?
unathletic. You're a good basketball player. That's it.
One.
Lacrosse, you got into once.
You ever see me on the stage? I move around, dude. I do act
I'm talking
outs.
about all around athleticism. I've put this gauntlet down there before pre-video. I'd like to state that in the greater Philadelphia area, I think I'm top 5 all around athletic comedians.
Oh my fucking god!
Name
dude.
somebody that can do. You got to be able to do a
Wait,
wide
what-
array.
He's gonna say you got to do a wide array and name the things he's good at. Let's
No,
hear it.
name things. And I'll tell you if I'm good at them.
If we did a 40-yard dash, I'm blowing you out of the water.
Okay, but if we ran a mile, I'm going to torch you.
That's not athleticism.
It is.
That's like old ladies do
What
that.
qualifies
Yeah.
as athleticism? Like, what metrics are you using?
If it's in the
Shooting,
Olympics.
passing,
If we
crossover
just
dribbles.
If we do, fundamentals, setting a good screen, running a weave with
not
two other
dunking,
fellas.
not dunking to be a show off.
Flopping, man, flopping.
I've flopped a lot. That was just
Solid
'cause I got
free
tired.
throws, even if they're underhand.
I did actually get like a little thing of like when I was in high school of being a flopper, and people thought I was doing it to draw foul. I was just tired. I just knew I could lay down if I went down for a second, and you'd see me like huffing and puffing.
You're
They'd
still
be like,
catching flops like at work. A guy
Play
bumps
the-
into you, you're like, oh.
like, play the game right. I'm like, none of this is right. Speaking
No,
of, I watched.
We're
the
not
Sixers.
breezing over this. I'm
Yeah.
an athlete.
You're right. You're right. Okay. If truly.
Name things.
Okay. If we did a mile run, you got me. If we did a
Yeah.
40-yard dash, I think I got you.
I might be able to take you. Not now. I haven't been running lately. I've been lazy.
I think I could get up there. I was like not fast, but I wasn't slow.
Yeah. It's all about the first couple steps. You
you
got to
give-
be fast out of the gate.
What about like being a good dad?
I'm crushing it at that.
I don't even know how good I could be. I have an unrealized potential.
I'm doing pretty good at that.
You're like a steady veteran, and I'm like a high draft pick.
I'll say this. I can pick up any sport and you won't be like, he's never done that. I can make it look like I've done. I found this out because I just went and ice skated and had a stick in my hand for the first times.
First times.
Playing hockey on ice.
Not a hockey
and
stick, just
Yeah,
a
how'd
nice
you
guy.
do, John? You do all
I'm
right?
not terrible.
Yeah.
And granted, it was just me. It was me before the actual guys played hockey. So
Yeah.
it was a bunch of guys playing like a couple pickup games, and they said when we shoot around, you can just come out, and then in between when we're resting, you can go out. So I immediately became the mites on ice, to the point where I looked like just a special needs Make-A-Wish kid. And at one point, because I knew like half of the guys there, at one point they're like, "All right, that's game. Send out the mites on ice." And I'm like, come on, man, don't make it weird.
Yeah.
And I just was out there just ripping slap shots at an empty net. The goalie even said, he's like, you want me to get in net? I was like, next week.
Yeah.
That's next time.
So wait,
Just
have you
you
gone
shoot-
back since?
I also snuck onto the outdoor rink over by where we live.
So you didn't play with other people? You shot alone, or you did play?
I
with somebody?
skated around with the fellas. We
Yeah.
we put
You
a,
should have started a
put a
fight.
few passes.
no,
just,
just
drop your gloves.
I just fought. I air fought in the
Just
corner.
warming.
No, the fellas skated around you, John. I think that's what it
wasn't
comes down
bad.
to.
I'm learning how to cut. I'm learning how to go from skating forward to switching to backwards. The thing that's helping me is taking my daughter, because she goes on those the skate assistant things, like the skate buddies. She just hangs over the front, and I just push her around on that thing, and I fly.
See-
you need to go and skate on one of those.
If you do it behind me, yeah, okay. Isn't that one where I like hang on it and you push it
Yeah,
from behind?
I'll push
yeah,
it
do
from
that.
behind you.
That's
Now,
fine.
John,
Yeah.
what you got to get good at now is now you got to start pulling and skating backwards.
So I did that. I did
Yeah.
it. I
Oh,
took her
backwards skaters
yesterday.
only, yeah.
I had it was a daddy-daughter day. We've been cooped up inside sick, and I was like, babe, we're gonna hit the ice. We're gonna
Yeah.
go get the skates on, hit the ice.
Quality
Started
activity.
skating backwards and pulling it, and I was very impressed with myself. I have
Yeah.
to say. So again, name a thing, dude. I'm good at it.
Let me
All of
let
it.
me say something to you right now, dude. Running, we've talked about.
Yeah, you can't name another
Split.
thing.
Weightlifting.
What kind of weightlifting?
Any of it.
I snatched my body weight overhead once.
Once.
Yeah,
I'll
200
snatch,
pounds
I'll
overhead.
snatch you out of that chair if
How
you
much
don't
have you
lose this
snatched
attitude.
overhead?
Huh?
How much weight have you snatched overhead? Probably none.
There was a bigger girl in college that I was in love with, and I put her over my head a couple times.
All right.
She was big and strong
big
and
old
played
snatch.
college basketball. Yeah.
You're like, I watched Snatch while she lifted me.
I got it over my head, and I said, there's a different kind of smell
All
in the
right,
air
so
now.
weightlifting, not a sport.
Not a form of
in the
athleticism.
Olympics.
I can outlift you in Olympic lifting, I'll bet you.
No.
Guaranteed.
John, what are
There's
the
no
rules
way,
of
dude.
Olympic lifting?
Clean and jerk, deadlift, and squats. Or snatching.
I was not expecting that
Snatch.
answer on that.
I'll outlift you in the snatch, guaranteed.
There's no way.
Well, and you got to, I mean, it's got to be weight class rules. Because what do you weigh? 300 pounds?
Yeah, 305 pounds. Yeah.
300 pounds to my measly. I'm like $175. now.
Okay, yeah.
So there's got to be weight class rules. So percentage of body weight, I could definitely snatch more than you.
Well, I get maybe this will be something we have to get
I
figured
could
out.
clean and jerk more than you probably.
When's the last time you've picked up
I'm
anything
gonna hurt
heavier than
myself
your daughter?
violently.
Yeah.
There are a 20 pound
But here's
to
the
40
thing: what I'm
pound right on
saying
the
is,
floor.
what I'm
just
saying is best all around. So you might beat me in that, but you're not going to beat me in everything. We can do an Olympics. That rules Olympics.
Yeah, I would do that.
I think it's in the book now. As soon as it gets warm.
Yeah.
All right. So there's running,
We've
lifting.
only named two things.
Should we just do a decathlon?
Being a good friend.
Horse
Being a good
jockey.
friend.
Should we just do a decathlon?
I'm not sure
What
what
are the
that
10
means.
sports? Can you look up the 10 sports in a decathlon? I mean, the best decathlete ever became a lady, so how hard can it be?
Oh shit! Yeah, Simone Biles. Yeah.
But all right, so any throwing sport I can beat you in.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep naming things. You're starting to realize how athletic I am.
John, you must have been dropped on your head last weekend, dude.
I might have been.
Yeah.
But you're not proving me wrong.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, I can tell you, I went to a Sixers game last week,
Okay.
and then I
can spectate sports so much better than you.
that is one of the craziest things I've ever heard, dude. You know, I spectate hard as fuck. Don't say
I'm
that
the
again,
best sports spectator.
dude. I'll break out binoculars right next to you, dude. You'll be sitting there like, oh.
All right,
So
here we go.
right here we got a 100-meter dash, broad
That's a
jump,
push. I think you could take me in the 100 meter.
broad jump.
Running long. It says.
Yeah.
What did you? Oh, running long jump. It was on the next thing.
We'll get to running long, like the long
Shot
jump, and
put.
both tear our
shot
hamstrings.
put. I'll beat you in shot put. High jump.
High jump,
I can't really
and
jump
a
high.
400
I can beat you in high
meter
jump.
run.
400 meter run. I got you. Second day. 110 meter hurdles. Ooh, that's gonna
There's
be
2 days.
It's 3 days. It says
We can't even upload 2 weeks in a row. We're gonna do something over 2 days.
We're gonna stretch it out over a couple months because we're both gonna have to heal a lot.
I work out. We both
let's
work
make it
out
the
daily.
no warm up, no stretch Olympics. The
That's what I'm
show and go
saying. That's what I'm
Olympics. There it is. Show and go Olympics. Write it down. It's the show and go Olympics. We're gonna do it when it's warm.
Yes.
You're not allowed to warm.
Beforehand, we both have to use our vices.
Yeah,
So
true.
we're on equal footing.
All right, what else is there? I'll destroy you in a javelin throw.
Do they have
Where do you get a javelin?
He can make one.
You make one.
You just get the straightest twig you can find.
That
in
should
the woods.
definitely be part of the competition.
We're
judging on style here.
My grandfather hucked the javelin at St. Joe's in college, so it's in my blood.
Yeah, it is in your blood.
Pole vault, we're both gonna fail.
That would be the number one. I think I would skip all of it to do pole vault first. Also, how do they think of pole vault before basketball? What the fuck is that?
Well, these were all like war necessities back in the day. Like you had to be able to pole vault over a
that
wall.
makes more
Dude, there's
sense.
got to be a community college track and field team that would let us do this. I'm just saying.
100%. We can come. Actually, I know exactly where we can get all this stuff. My buddy's a track coach.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carm. He's got a comic book that just came out too called Proctor. Check that out.
You guys got to go check that shit out, man.
He wrote a comic book. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard. My
right.
buddy's got a comic book coming out. No, he wrote a comic book.
What else? What else are you gonna challenge me in? So far, you're beating me in basketball.
Well, what about
You can
going?
beat me in weightlifting. I'll take that. There
What
he is.
about going
Carmen Costa?
to?
Shout out to him.
No, they have one where it's like getting wine drunk at a Sixers game and then coming home and watching Passion of the Christ.
Okay. Can I drink non-alcoholic wine?
Well, look, I did this
Is
last
that an
Tuesday.
Olympic event?
That's like number 11. Yeah, I did this last Tuesday.
they banned it. It's only when it's back in Greece.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even religious, but I cried during Passion of the Christ. Gab was like asleep in bed next to me, and I was sitting on my bed like, he gave up everything.
That could be an event, dude. I can cry so much better than you.
I'm sneakily a pretty solid crier, dude.
Yeah, but you don't have the ultimate cry unlock. Hasn't happened to you yet. Your father hasn't passed away. You reach a new level of crying once your father passed away. You feel it. You're like, oh, I unlocked something.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of fair.
So
I could take care of that.
So I got you in crying. I'm better at you than crying.
Tickling.
Ooh.
I'm actually very ticklish.
Are you?
If you got your grippy little
Is that
musk,
why you
yeah.
got the jacket on?
Yeah, we're older guys who are just adult guy men.
All right. What other events?
I think that might just be it. I think
That's it.
I don't know of any other. Maybe.
See, you're starting to realize how athletic I am.
John, look, dude. I'm sure you are
Confident. Yeah, I can beat you in confidence.
I'll tell you what. I won't go any further than this. I think my lungs might be stronger than yours.
Yeah, but I can run longer than you.
So what's
my
that?
lungs are better.
A breath holding contest?
Yeah.
Yes,
You wanna go?
underwater.
Ready? I thought that was a fart.
Listen to him.
That sounded like a fart.
What an absolute cop out. Also, the listeners listening to 2 minutes of silence and you and I pass out.
That might be the best content. That would be fantastic.
What else?
man.
Challenge me to something.
Whatever you want,
You
dude.
can beat me in armor. Anything strength related, you could probably beat me in.
Because I'm a thick bitch.
Yeah,
I'm a thick-waisted
but
bitch.
I'm built for speed now. Not speed.
Yeah, it's
the
what,
other
it's
one.
what your wife says because of how quick it is when you come.
Because of the sex.
See that? I get hit one of those. I'll hit one of those like spikes. Start crying because you probably cry like this. You probably go. I go like this. Like
I'm
nice.
a sloppy crier. I let it all. I'm a sloppy puker and a sloppy crier.
Yeah.
When I puke, it's all like it's.
Bro, me too. Yeah.
I'm throwing up tears during it.
No, I like moan while I
Oh,
hit the
yeah.
like. Oh.
I hit one since we've recorded last. Took the wife out for a birthday dinner. Did we talk about my food poisoning adventure?
No.
We went to Steak 38. You've driven past it probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's on
this-
Broad Street, right?
No, there is one there. There's one in the original one's in Jersey, and it's attached to like a seedy motel, and it's next to the Feather Nest Inn, which
Yeah.
is where you go to like have sex in a heart-shaped tub.
Yeah.
And it's
Definitely where I'm getting lobster.
well,
yeah.
dude, no, it's
Yes,
a holdover from back when there used to be a racetrack over there. So back in the day, it was like anyone that was like famous in Philly and like mobsters would go to the racetrack and then eat at this place. And it's maintained. It's beautiful, incredible meal, except for the 3 a.m. food poisoning that I got and violently hurled it all back up.
Oh, dude.
To which my wife she knows now. Like as soon as I started puking, she said, nope, and walked downstairs and just let me do my thing. I
Wow.
got my bucket. I'm ready to go.
That good
Yeah,
for you.
full on food poisoning.
I'm kind of sad to hear that. I wanted to try that place.
It is. I'll say this. Not going to slander their name because it is good enough that we're going back like next. We can go on a double date.
After I win, after I defeat you.
I'm not. Oh, that's what it is. Loser has to buy the winner steak 38.
Okay.
In the Olympics, in the show and go Olympics, winner gets a steak 38, 20-ounce filet meal on the loser's tab.
Okay. And now steak 38. That's named after your age.
That's so close to my age. That's what's bad. It's
It's pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, with the big 2-8
Couple
and the 3-8
months.
for the boys, dude.
Couple months.
Do you think we'll always be 10 years apart? Or will I ever catch up because of gravity or anything
I
like
mean,
that?
people are saying I'm aging backwards lately.
But that's definitely how gravity works.
You are like Benjamin Button because
I
you are
am.
just slowly withering away.
I'm aging back into a 14-year-old sad emo kid.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah,
Just long hair, skinny. I'm gonna get back into acne.
yeah, dude. You're getting teenage angst. You're like, what could you beat me in? What could you even beat me in?
I do love that Jay tempted me by putting 2 huge bottles of booze next to my seat.
No, look at that.
Oh yeah,
and
those
power
are.
tools. If I'm gonna relapse on alcohol, it's gonna be with power tools.
Yeah, I would be fucking sick.
Just drill a hole in the side.
I'm not mad at that whatsoever.
Anyway, that's
That would make a
wild.
pretty
Take
excellent
it.
bong.
That's what they did to Jesus.
That bottle would make an excellent bong.
Yeah, they drilled. They stabbed them. You saw what they did to him.
They did medieval.
Why the hell did they do that?
They did
to
a
him?
medieval equivalent of a screw gun. when
It
you
was
think
actually a
about
lot of your guys who did that.
it. With the Italians,
Yeah.
the Romans, yeah.
They were the ones.
Well,
that
actually,
were like,
I'm Sicilian. At least that's what I've been told. So I don't know if that
Oh,
qualifies.
you're island Italian.
Yeah, I'm like
You're
halfway
Caribbean
between Africa
Italian.
and Italy.
I've been
more
doing a
or
lot of.
less.
I'm a big history buff, and I've been learning about like. If you're a white dude, you really just focus on like American and like European history.
It's the only one that matters.
Chill. But hell yeah. You right, sister?
What kind of history are you getting into now?
Well, now I'm learning about history I can't even talk about with anybody because I want to be like, Dominican people are actually black, right? Like that's a true thing. They're natives to Africa. I watched a whole documentary about it today. but I can't go up and
Where
tell
do
anybody
you
that.
find these documentaries? This just on YouTube?
My
basically?
algorithm is nuts, dude. I have
I
so
can
much.
only imagine.
You're just on Stormfront. You're like, I'm learning history.
Yeah, yeah. It's this thing called 8chan, or whatever the thing's called.
I've just mostly been learning it from my uncle.
Yeah. Well, maybe if we find out on the 8chan what the hell's up with Epstein's list. You see this?
It's been out, yeah.
I don't see
Was
any
there any
goddamn
surprises on it though? I think it was all the people they've said all along.
stuff. Cameron Diaz.
Was she on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus is on there, and I just bought my daughter her album for Christmas. And
Oh, dude.
I feel real weird putting. It's a great album though.
No,
Jaded is such a good song.
I hate Miley Cyrus, dude. She would drink
Rose-colored
children's
lenses?
blood and make you feel bad about it.
Who do you like that wouldn't drink children's blood?
Dylan Penna.
I don't even know who that is.
He was in my middle school. Like Jeffy
All right.
Epps.
Ghislaine, we knew she was on there.
We can't get in trouble for talking about this on the pod,
It's
can we?
all alleged.
We get blackballed.
He's dead.
It's so funny too that like if
David Copperfield.
yeah,
That one,
that was an
didn't-
illusion.
Yeah, I didn't
He
see
was
that one
never really
coming.
there, yeah.
Not gonna lie, like that was some sleight of hand. I
Yeah.
think.
He had very slight hands, and she was a very petite girl.
He
What's that
basically
behind your
said,
ear? Ooh,
we're
a
gonna
consent
watch
letter
these
with
children
16-year-old.
disappear. That's
Yeah.
what David Copperfield.
True.
Yeah, he's like, stick your penis through my hand.
John Connolly. Oh, just New York police detective.
So
Epstein
you're,
did 9/11.
Alan Dershowitz.
You're a little.
I always
girl.
hear that name. He's the one. He also represented somebody else. Then he represented Epstein, but then he's represented other people. Yeah, DiCaprio's on there. That's that sucks.
Al Gore.
That's the least shocking one.
Al
You think
Gore?
Shutter
Yeah.
Island was about that?
Yeah, he's like, we got to get off this.
Probably,
Yeah,
yeah.
Shut them the fuck up.
The
you know
real
what I'm saying?
twist is he
Wait,
does not
wait.
want to get off the island.
Stephen Hawking. So we know Epstein's Island is handicapped accessible.
True.
Yeah.
That at least they're following ADA. you
Yeah.
I
know?
like to think that he's just been faking it the whole time, and he just stood up and walked right off of that boat.
True. Well, he doesn't operate on the same playing field that we do, so who knows what his.
The Prime Minister of Israel. Not going to touch that one.
Yep.
Kate Blanchett, huh?
Katie Blanchett, also the Prime Minister of Israel.
Naomi Campbell. We're reading the list. Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Do you think that's what it was? Do you think he knew this list was coming out, so he faked whatever that I can't talk disease is now?
Alzheimer. I
Pride of
thought
South
it was
Jersey.
Alzheimer.
Bruce Willis, Pride of Pennsville, New Jersey. See what happens when you leave Pennsville, folks? You become a pervert.
Yeah. Wow, that's
Great.
unbelievable.
Chris Tucker, I kind of didn't see coming, but I'm not terribly
Hey, these
surprised.
girls all. Come on, man. How old are you girls?
Who else? Who
Robert
else
F.
is
Kennedy?
fun?
I thought you were beautiful, but I can't really get my hands around you, sweetheart.
Victoria Bean. Great name.
Former director of the FBI, Louis Freeh.
There's like Democrats that are like already defending people on this list. It's the whole thing is
Epstein's
totally.
butler. They had to add Epstein's butler. If you're employed as his butler, I think you've been to his island.
What about the flight attendants?
It sucks for the people that don't have credits on here. A lot of people are getting credits. One just says former boyfriend. Virginia Roberts is the girl
yeah,
in the
she was
thing,
one of the
right?
people that got not a good. Wow.
And then we
Now we're
don't know
running out.
any of these people.
I can't wait till we go.
I think I graduated with someone named Brittany Henderson.
Wait till we go further down. It just says John Montag. John Montag can run long. That's your
can
credit.
we
It
add-
says
can you
That
add
Rules
your name to the
podcast
list?
live. We
Yeah.
podcasted live from the island.
You don't remember that?
Who
I was on
who do you
opiates.
have to write to add your name to the list? What
I'll
do you
do
think? They, like,
Yeah, there's
Could
got to
you-
be somebody that's disappointed that they weren't named.
Who
Yeah.
wrote
Like,
this?
dude, I went
who
like
wrote this
64
article?
times.
Yeah, it's true. It's like a frat house. Like, who do you even know here at the fucking island? I'm like, there's a 12-year-old that I'm familiar with.
I bet we could email this guy right now and be like, "Excuse me, you left me out. I wanted to be added to the
Yeah.
list."
Michael Jackson was one of them.
Oh yeah, he was.
They're
on the
gonna
list,
release
totally.
videos. They're gonna release videos, and nobody's gonna do anything about it because they're gonna be like, it's gonna be a video of a grown man with a child, and a Democrat's gonna get it and try to prosecute and be like, in this video, we heard that you said the Barbie movie is gay. How could you?
Yeah. Who else is on there? Who's at the bottom of the list? We were saying it though. I think if you were, because they don't list how many times the people on this list have
physician's
been there.
assistant.
If you were a onesie or twosie person, I think you should get a pass. Because the first time you didn't know what you were getting into. Maybe.
True.
The
Do you
second
think-
time you're like, wait, they're how old?
Yeah.
And the plane's not coming back for 3 days?
True. You know when you're on a plane that's overbooked and they're like, give up your seat and we'll give you a $300 voucher and you get to go to Epstein's Island. And so you see some guys.
Like, I mean, this many people. Do you think they had a brochure? Like, how do you tell people what you're walking into?
Yeah, do you think they sold timeshares? Like they had to go there and sit through a whole presentation? And they're like, listen, you're going to get a full weekend here, but you got to sit through the 3-hour presentation.
Yeah, but just like there's people who are trying to like cover it up now, and they're like, Yeah, some people just had no idea this was happening. If there was like a McDonald's that I thought looked really nice, and they were like, they might be fucking.
You know what sucks
I just
too
won't.
is if they had, because they had to have like they weren't fucking all the time, right? So there had to be stuff they were doing outside. Like there's
Didn't they have
probably
excursions
Yeah,
there,
there's
like a resort.
no, like a mini
Yeah, I
golf
think so. I
course.
think so. Yeah.
Think
you get
about
like
it.
dune buggies.
The dudes who were there for like the other reason are sitting there the entire time, like, all right, we can probably wrap up the snorkeling now. Yes,
Yeah, we saw it. A manta ray.
Oh,
Cool.
that's awesome. Cool. All right,
Sunset.
yeah.
I've never seen one of those before.
Hurry up! She turns 18 at midnight.
It's also funny the stuff they picked to associate these people, like Cameron Diaz, Shrek. Also, there's something about Mary. Like
Mask. Yeah.
you led with Shrek. She's only in the second one, right? She's not even. Is she in the first one?
No,
She's
she was
all
in the
of them.
first one. Yeah.
Oh, right.
She's Princess
right.
Vienna.
True. No, but like you got to think
George
they had
Lucas, a little surprised.
there had to have been like recreational activities there. There's somebody who has the course record for the mini golf course there and can never tell anybody about
Yeah,
it.
I
True.
bet the
Yeah.
pickleball there is lit.
Yeah. There's a lot of pickles and balls over there.
Oh, yeah,
Jigger, I'll
totally.
tell you that much. No, if you see, they have a layout of what the island looks like, and right in the middle, it just says tennis court. So, like, if you make it in, you can play tennis. You can get a couple rounds in.
You think Pete Sampras was there? Ripping serves at Naomi Campbell?
I hope so. She deserves a fucking good life. I don't
But
fear her.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this shit, it doesn't. It's crazy that it's just right in front
I
of your
can't
face.
wait
You
for
can't do
Joe
anything about
Rogan
it.
to get sick of Austin and just buy the island. And then he's going to have all the comedians that he had relocate to Austin.
Yeah.
Just relocate to the island.
Chris D'Elia's like, I'd love to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, please. Yeah, sounds great. Shout out to Chris, man.
Crystal is like, is there any way we can go there 20 years ago?
Yeah, can I just go check out the scenery? So make sure there's nothing bad going on.
Where is it? It's down in the Caribbean, right?
I think it's in Arkansas.
It's in the Virgin Islands, they said, right? That's the big joke everyone's trying to make.
It is near there, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Whatever.
Yeah, U.S. Virgin
Lil St.
Island.
James. There's got to be a rapper named Lil St. James at this point, right?
I hope
If
so.
there's not, there's got to be a trap rapper.
There's St. John, who's puts up some absolute.
It had to
bangers.
be Little St. James, right?
Lil,
Like-
Lil St.
Yeah.
James.
Little
yeah,
Saint-
what's going on St. James Island? Can we find out that?
It's the little.
They're
St.
only fucking
James.
old people. They only have sex with people over 70 on
True,
St.
I'll
James
start that
Island.
island. Yeah,
You
that'd be
have to
sick.
fuck-
So it's
dude.
basically a retirement home on an
It's a
island.
geriatric island. Yeah.
No, it's everybody's on hospice. Every older person there is at the end of their life care, and you get to just lay the pipe.
You
consensually.
guys are aware that like nursing homes are like some of the most rampant spread of STDs. Out
Yeah,
there.
'cause they're all fucking.
Which
What else
is
are you gonna do
insane.
there? If you're still getting it up at a nursing home, you are fucking the cock of the walk, literally.
Yeah, really, you deserve it. I don't
It
have
looks
any
like
issue
there
with that.
is not a St. James Island. All that
So you
comes up
can't
is
name
Little
some. That's like when they have a medium and a large popcorn, but they don't have a small. You can't have a medium and a large without a small. You need to have a St. James Island to have a little St. James Island. Unless, do you think there was a St. James who was a midget?
You think there's a value meal, St. James? Is
No, I think there was a midget who who gained sainthood, and they named it Little St. James after him.
really?
It's like Little Sebastian from Parks and Rec, if you're a fan.
This is insane that this is just how the planet ended up. Like it didn't.
Yeah.
Nothing had to like. It,
Like
there was
look
no
at
set
that.
thing.
Look at that island.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
think about the contractors that had to go there. Like, yo, dude, we're gonna go put. It's just Foster there running electric. They're
Yeah.
gonna do what on this island?
Oh my god! Over my dead body, and then he's just dead.
Yeah, he said he wants all of the beds really high so that the kids got to get picked up to go on them. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Can you imagine?
Jesus.
I hope they got a good actor to pretend that they were shocked to find Epstein.
It's gonna
dead.
be
You
a
think there'd
movie
be an
eventually,
Epstein
right?
movie?
I
You
think Matt
think-
could play Epstein. Look at him. That's. I mean, come on.
I'm not.
Dude, they did.
You're
They
a failed
did.
math teacher, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Did you ever hear his whole story? So he just went to a school and was like, "By the way, I'm a math teacher here now." And they're like, "You have any credentials?" He's like, 1 + 2.
Yeah, and he just hit on the
Great.
girls. You saw
Yeah.
he was just like, come on, who's you? Oh, you think he's cute? Come on, you're better than that.
Dude, if they can do a movie on Jeffrey Dahmer, they can do a movie on Epstein.
True.
Come on,
I
Johnny
think
Depp
they're-
won't take that role. Get the fuck out.
I
mean,
think when it
Apparently,
goes to
Leo's
the
been
kids-
studying for the role on the island, so
Yeah.
Leo's got it on lock.
Hey, he
Yeah,
did.
he's a method
I
actor.
mean, look, Johnny Depp lived with Hunter S. Thompson.
True.
It's not unheard of.
That is a good point. Do you think I'd like to think this because I like Leonardo DiCaprio as an actor. I like his movies. I like his films.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he knew what was going to happen and he's very meta and he was like, I got to get to this island because one day there's going to be a movie about it and I'm going to get that
Oh, it's
role.
just like a preemptive thing.
yeah,
just to get
Daniel
like,
Day-Lewis was also there.
Yeah,
Just walking around with a notebook,
Yeah. He's like,
jotting shit down.
Yeah, just
yeah, bring them here against their
Bill
will.
Clinton. Actually, the list came from Leo. Free Leo. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's good.
I don't think he's detained. Yeah.
Speaking of, apparently Joe Coy. Do you watch the Golden Globeskis?
Can we
Oh,
talk
dude,
about?
that
There's
was-
a lot I want to talk about the Golden Globes.
Yeah, it's shocking that if you get a comedian who's not funny at all, they might not do well. And I don't know if we're at a level of comedy where we can say that, but I'll just go ahead and say
And he
that.
blamed it on the writers, which was hilarious. He was like, "Some of these I wrote, some of them other people wrote."
It's one thing to blame the writers, but then to like if he was like, all right, they wrote
Is
shitty
he
jokes.
with what's his name? Chelsea Handler?
Yeah.
and then to callously.
Damn, so he's just getting 50 cents throwaway trim.
That's what he was talking about. He's like, my writers suck.
50 comes out and just fucking
Dude,
tortures them.
and the whole time he's just like, yeah, you like the ones I wrote. Yeah, those are the ones.
That's
you
what he
like.
said. He's
Yeah.
like, the ones you laughed at.
Oh,
are the ones I
man.
wrote. That's
Did you
crazy.
also see they gave a first Golden Globe for comedy for stand-up comedy performance? If you want to go ahead and pull up the nominees for that one, this is a real spit in the face of our craft.
Yeah, brother.
And I
That is
say
not
craft
good.
because it's a thing that you and I like doing. We're stand-up comedians, and they pulled what are arguably, like you made this joke, but I'm going to steal it anyway. The best comics from 2007 were all the nominees.
Yeah,
for
it's
this
a
year.
who's who of Judd Apatow's friends.
It's incredible. I don't even know if you have to pull it up. I know who it is. It's Ricky Gervais won it against Sarah Silverman, who did she even put out a comedy special in the last year?
no.
Uh,
Oh, maybe she did actually. And then whatever her name is, Amy Schumer.
Amy
I don't think has
Schumer.
put anything out in a decade.
Wanda Sykes.
Yeah, of course, Wanda. She did put out
Wait,
one
she
recently.
put out a
Which it's not,
special?
and I'll say this: Wanda Sykes, great stand-up comic, but to give her for like the best one of the year,
Yeah.
if you were on Curb, I'll say you're a great.
Wait, Trevor
comic,
Noah
basically.
was in it. Chris Rock. All right, I'll see.
Trevor
see
Noah
that.
was nominated.
Yeah,
Not
Trevor
even that-
Noah was nominated.
There's a lot that I understand that like you wouldn't want to put on there for whatever reason, but like you're not going to nominate. Did John Mulaney special come out in the past year, or was that 2 years ago?
I think it was last year.
Damn it! All right.
Well,
I can
apparently they
understand.
wanted to put Brendan Schaub in there, and they just couldn't. He couldn't be at the thing. They didn't want to.
They just
award it
couldn't
there.
find a clip where there were people laughing at the joke. They're just like and no matter how much laugh track we put in, it's just still not funny.
Look, brother, I've been there. Don't worry.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think about what specials I like. There's a lot of. I didn't like a lot of specials this year.
Well, I mean,
last year
and
anyway.
Not to be the typical Philadelphia podcaster, but I mean, Shane Gillis had the biggest special in the world.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
There, that guy.
Yeah.
Stavros Halkias, incredible special on Netflix. Like the number 2. I'm saying numbers.
No,
No,
I know,
If
I
you
know,
didn't
yeah.
like it or not, that's fine. You're
I
a
love.
bad guy.
I'm a great guy,
But-
and I'm only getting stronger.
Incredible Mark Norman special.
yeah,
came out
Mark
in the last
Norman's
year.
special. I was about to say that was really good.
Again,
I'm kidding.
Matt doesn't respect him. He called him Narc Mormon.
I think
when he introduced him.
Brendan's opening up for him.
He
up
is.
at
Yeah.
Soul Joe's. When's
Tomorrow
that?
it's Joel.
Yeah.
But it cracks me up. I don't know. They were in a room and they're like, all right, quick, Google comedian, and the first 7 comics we see we'll put on there.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Can you
probably
look up,
just-
did Amy Schumer put a special out in the last year?
They probably were like, they saw that Jim Gaffigan didn't put one out, and their brain melted through their ears. They're like, I have no idea who else does stand up.
Wait, oh yeah, any emergency contact? I haven't even heard of this. We're
You're like, I'm usually up to date on all the Amy Schumer specials. I don't
yeah,
know.
no, I usually. Well, isn't most of her stuff from like Netflix? Is that who's been doing them?
Well, the Joe Coy thing was annoying because I saw a lot of people being like, so great watching a comedian hate women just because he made like they were bad jokes, but they weren't like hatred. He made a joke about like Barbie's a movie about
Yeah, that
blonde
one on
ladies with big
Netflix,
boobs.
apparently.
But here's the thing, too. It's like stand-up comedy and how it's supposed to be ingested is not on primetime TV. Like, comedy shouldn't be written or performed with, like, it's going to be, my grandmom's going to see it sitting on her couch.
Yeah.
SNL,
Like, it's
SNL.
But they're late night. They at
But
least
that's not
are-
stand-up comedy,
Yeah.
too, though.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
that is
it's-
sketch comedy.
I'm
You're
saying,
right.
like, just stand-up comedy. Just stand-up comedy in its best form is if you're watching a good special or if you're in a comedy club.
Yeah, I think it's
Comedy
really
club in
just-
or comedy in a theater isn't even that great. Like, it's awesome if you can get to that level, but to watch it, if you really love stand-up, like, in a comedy club is where it's its best.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I don't know. To then have to... I'm not on Joe Coy's side on this, but it seems like he didn't prepare at all for it, too.
He got it like 10 days beforehand, they said, or something.
Yeah,
Really?
which is
Okay.
pretty
Well,
insane.
that, yeah.
But that
But
doesn't
lean
make
into
it a
that.
difference.
Lean
That
into
doesn't
that
make a
and make
difference.
that
But he
funny.
did. No, that's. I don't think it's. There's nothing funny. Like that's just centering it about yourself. The audience doesn't care how long you had to prepare, and it's also like the jokes that are written are fucking an Oppenheimer joke, a Barbie joke. They're
Right.
not like Joe Coy's.
His
take,
delivery was also
It's
just...
not. It's
it
not
didn't
Ricky
seem-
Gervais's monologue, which is
Right.
just that's
which you could tell he
poetry.
wrote. Yeah, it's just.
It
I don't
also
know.
didn't seem like he was, granted, like you said, took it on 10 days notice, but like nervous laughter after every joke, like just because he knew how bad they were doing.
Yeah.
like you're that experienced of a comic, you should be able to get out of a hole, right?
I think it's also probably like a little bit frustrating to look out and see all these like A-list celebrities,
I
and
was
then
gonna
you
say
get that
that's-
frustration like they think they're better than me.
It's also the worst possible audience because
Yes.
it's literally 300 narcissists just sitting in the audience going,
and boy, are they
is he going to
narcissists.
talk about me?
Yeah.
Yup.
And I gotta think about what face am I gonna make when he talks about me because the camera's gonna be on me. Like,
Well, I think they've hit a level of narcissism where they're so used to people talking about them that they're like, he better not even think
Well,
about mentioning my
one of the
name.
ones that bombed that could have been funny was his Taylor Swift joke. Was like, there's less camera shot or cuts to Taylor Swift on here than on an NFL football game.
Yeah.
Not a bad
I thought
joke.
that was a pretty
Not
good
a bad
joke,
joke.
actually.
Terrible delivery on his part, and then she stone faced it, knowing that everyone loves her, and would be like, well, if she doesn't like it, we don't like it.
Yeah.
That audience sucks.
Yeah, they're all the worst people for the most part on the planet.
Some of the good people,
Some of the good, some of genuinely
you know
the
what
worst.
it is? It's I really
Some
like,
people we just saw on that Epstein.
I'm
list.
gonna say like a lot of
Yeah.
these people are doing this
Yeah.
shit.
I like a lot of actors, but I guarantee if you were to sit with any of them for 5 minutes, you would be like, you're the fucking worst.
I can think of one actor I'm certain would have liked it. Jim Caviezel, star of Passion of the Christ.
There it is. Give him every award.
Give him every role.
Aren't they
dude.
doing a Passion of the Christ too?
No, they made that movie Sound of Freedom, which is about trafficking. Probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I stumbled across that. You saw it?
It's
It was-
just so, dude, Republicans just can't make movies.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the libs, that's like kind of their thing, and they'll
Yeah.
make a good one once in a while, but Republicans just get in there, and it's just about being like, liberals are snowflakes. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
come on, brother.
Matt,
but
you ready
they're
for
making
Civil
it
War?
for your. They're
I
making
do
it-
want to see that.
H1. I'm all about the A24. Like
A24
everything,
rules,
everywhere,
dude.
all at once was a fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't like
movie.
that guy Nick Offerman though.
No,
He rubs me the wrong way.
Why don't you like? You don't like Parks and Recreation?
I don't like Parks and Rec, so that's part of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I've always felt like it was like bad Office.
I mean, everything's a
Yeah,
bad office.
It is.
Yeah.
But why don't you like Nick Offerman?
Yeah.
I don't like the guy who's like my shtick is that I'm like this, that I'm just stone faced.
Have you ever seen him in anything else?
Yeah, he just is.
Have
to
you
me,
watched
he's the
Fargo?
Same character, huh?
You watch Fargo?
I just started
what is that?
season 2 of Fargo. Fucking
Dude, season
awesome.
2 is my favorite season of
incredible.
Fargo.
Was that
Oh,
made
it's
for
so
kids
good.
or
You know what Fargo is?
is it made for kids?
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, then
it's
I'll
it's
check it
actually
out.
a sequel to The Wiggles.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, spit on you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
no,
which
yeah.
is spit on you, better.
Matt, if you didn't get into skateboarding, you would have been a Wiggle in high school.
Yeah, like John,
It's
if you
true, like
if
listen
you
to Eminem
love,
and stuff.
yeah.
yeah, but John, if you love season 1, like you'll love season 2.
I started season 1, fell asleep during it. Somebody told me season 2 is incredible, so I just skipped the rest
Dude.
of season 1.
There's like a it's on Amazon Prime. It's about like a dude who
Can't find his car.
no. He's like
That is on there though.
Yeah, it is. He's like born to a woman with and he doesn't like have a distinct father, and some guy like adopts him, and he grows up. He becomes like a carpenter, and you come to find out this is like the big twist. He's Jesus Christ. The movie's called
The
Passion
whole
of the Christ with Jim Caviezel.
Yeah, that's the big reveal at the end. He was Jesus.
Dude, speaking of M. Night
Wait, that
Shyamalan-
guy was Jewish the whole time?
Yeah, true. That is a bit of a bummer.
It is so fun though how hot they've made Jesus over the years.
He was a hottie boy.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I don't think that people could be overrated.
Do you ever see
out
the
there.
thing you can pull this up too? They have like artist renditions of what they think like Jesus really would have looked like back
Yeah.
then. They're like, well, he was like a 30-something-year-old carpenter.
Yeah.
He would have had like a hunched over spine from working all the time.
No way,
He
dude.
wouldn't have showered ever. No, there's one where he just looks like a gremlin.
Oh well, then that's the cross was to stretch him out. That was just chiropractic.
It was early chiropractic. Look, we're not necessarily doctors.
Yeah, that's
See,
a
look,
hot
they always
fucking
make him
guy,
hot.
man.
Every picture of God's hot.
How is that not a hot
Of
guy?
Jesus.
Look at him smiling on that far right one. Look at him looking like
I'm
he
not
knows
saying
what he did.
The depiction of Jesus is hot. I'm gonna bank on he was not a very attractive. Everyone back then probably smelled so bad.
No, not Jesus.
No,
He's
you think
fucking
you think
washed
if-
feet, dude.
True.
You think if everybody smells bad, people would cease to see it as bad and just be like, "That's how people smell."
Yeah,
it's
true.
like goat.
If
Yeah,
you smell
yeah.
good, then
Yeah.
you're the outlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Let's start stinking.
I'm already way ahead of you, dude. I
True.
did not
You
shower
do
after the gym
smell
today. Yeah.
What's the longest you've gone in recent years without showering?
Oh, not long. Maybe like a day or two.
Oh,
I'm pretty adamant about getting my
Alright.
body washed.
You just like touching you. I just need a reason to go touch my body.
I'll go in there and I'll wipe my ass and I'll go, I'm going to stay around here a little bit long.
Wait, flip side of this. This joke.
Sorry to
didn't
talk about that
pan
in front of
out. No.
Jesus.
Did you ever see
Jesus
what the
Christ.
depiction of?
Did you
you ever see what the actual depiction of angels looks like?
Yeah, it's like an eyeball.
That
with,
one
like-
is a nightmare, dude. It's like wings with 30,000 eyeballs on them.
That's what the fuck I'm going to look like when I dominate you in a decathlon.
You're just gonna turn into an eyeball
For real,
monster.
this is going
You're
to
gonna
be
turn
me.
into the guy from Real Monsters where you hold your eyes above your head.
This is me when I snatched John's
these are
and
the
my
pic-
body's weight.
These just look like every tattoo that my friends wanted to get at 17.
Yeah, that's a tramp stamp on
If you could
most
add
people.
breast
Yeah,
knuckles
totally.
behind this is exactly what everyone I know got tatted on.
Yeah, this is right at like center of somebody's breastplate.
But this is like what people say when they die and they saw something. This is the depiction.
Dude, I knew a dude in college that got his mother and his father's faces on both sides of his chest.
Jesus Lord. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
He starts pushing me. He's like, look, they're getting back together.
Yeah, dude. Like it was like when he showed us it, everybody just kind of had to be like, "Yeah, cool, yeah."
That's
totally.
bold.
That's a tough one. When you got to pretend to like a tattoo. At least when I got a bad one, everybody told me to my face. They're like, okay,
It's pretty bad.
not the best movement. And I said,
You
shut
should
up,
get a
Dad.
tattoo of your own face on your chest.
Oh, I would do it in a heartbeat.
And I was like, who's that? You'd be like,
If I would get tattoos of different parts of my life all over my body. I'm a story.
I like it.
I'm a storybook.
Get a tattoo of your left hand on your right hand just to fuck with people's heads.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of M. Night Shyamalan smiling. Speaking of, dude, he has a story. My dad was telling me this.
Speaking of M. Night.
Yeah, speaking of, I watched 2 of his films last night, and they're so
It's
bad,
Midnight,
it's so funny.
right?
Midnight Shyamalan.
Which one did you watch?
Old, probably one of the worst written movies I've ever seen and acted. It's an awful script combined with foreign people, which, like, look, it's not, I don't mind you being foreign, but if you're a foreign person delivering a bad script,
Yeah.
like they walk out on the beach and dad goes, look at the beautiful coral. That's it. That's a line. That's one line, and
Well,
then
it's
they don't talk
everything
for a
from
little bit.
The Happening on was dog shit, right?
No, he's got a couple good ones. I watched Knock at the Cabin, which was okay.
That one I always want to watch, but I feel like it's going to be too spooky for
I
me.
kind of checked out after
no?
The Village, if I got to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
Village is a little bit of a lead.
I saw that in
Village-
theaters, wanted my money back.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
bologna and cheese.
I remember I went to The Happening, and halfway through, I leaned over to my buddy. I was like, The Happening, more like The Crappening. Crushed. Wait till the end of the movie. Movie ends. Theater's totally silent, and my buddy looks at me, and he gives me like an eyebrow, and he goes, Happening, more like The Crappening. Whole theater loses
Oh,
their
God
shit.
damn it.
And I immediately was like, I'm going to fucking murder this
You're
guy.
like that Key and Peele thing. We're like, oh, let's get
Fucking
high on
stoned.
pot news.
It was
Yeah.
that bit all over.
Yeah,
Oh.
that is. But so M. Night.
Still haunts you to this day, huh, John?
Does, dude. He's my
Yeah.
best friend. I hate him.
If he ever gets married, just interrupt the speech and go up there and just. Say
This is
it.
a fun fact. At my wedding, he and no, just him. He dressed up in one of my old baseball jerseys and like my catcher's gear, and the maid of honor like pitched the bouquet to him as their entrance.
Yeah.
Real cute and quirky. He left the jersey on way too long. Went out to the car and had sex with his wife in the car while wearing my high school baseball jersey that I'm pretty sure I didn't wash after my last high school game.
Oh.
So I think that's the closest to a three-way I'm ever going to get.
Yeah, that's something that's got to.
It's pretty close.
That's a bit I'm
stinky
trying
boy.
to write, but I'm running bits.
That is fun. Also, yeah, that's But
You
just
stinky high school teen.
I got to tell you guys about M. Night, dude. Speaking of stinky guys, he he has to.
No, I think he probably smells really good.
Yeah, he definitely smells.
It's
like,
one of those things where, like, if people have stereotypes about you, you go extra hard against them. Like,
Yeah.
I knew Jewish people that would like overly tip because they're like, yeah, everyone says we don't tip, so I tip like 35%.
oh, who'd you know?
There's just one.
So we
Made him up.
when he was in high school, he called in a WIP and was just like talking because he's from Philly, whatever.
Midnight.
Midnight. And he called in and he said that when he went to whatever Cardinal O'Hara, one of those big Philly
Yeah,
Catholic schools,
probably.
one of those, they used to have a thing that before basketball games they do like like the student section that was all dressed up, whatever. And he would dress up as a genie with a crystal ball, and he would run out the center court.
See, that's
and he
incredible.
would look into the ball and go, "I predict a win."
That's fucking
student
awesome.
section would go nuts. And
Dude,
I can't
change the
think
name of the team to the Genies at that point.
That's what I'm
Embrace
saying.
that shit. See, racism sucks, but sometimes
That's what I'm saying. Is it the most racist thing ever? Yes, but is it one of the funniest?
it's
Just a-
sometimes that's genius.
And he talked about it. He's like, I was a 5'2", like little Indian
he found
kid.
his thing, yeah.
And then but he should have threw in some twists. That's kind of his thing. You're like, I think we're gonna fucking lose tonight. And they're like,
Also,
"Oh."
genies didn't have crystal balls. They
Yeah.
were they granted wishes, right?
Yeah, he was out there and he's like, actually, the team's been dead the whole time. We're like, oh, what?
That's incredible.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
That's-
I heard that the other day and I was like, what an
I'm back
unbelievable
on
tale.
Midnight. I'm gonna watch some. I'll watch one of his movies tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, tonight.
To
this
M. Night.
evening.
I'm gonna have a Midnight tonight.
yeah, dude, and then watch
What does the M stand for?
That's a good question. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah,
Eminem,
yeah. It's just,
Eminem Night Shyamalan. I'll sit back on this back.
it stands for Madoff Hitler. Like, wait, what?
Two bad guys, Bernie Madoff, Hitler. Yeah, well, if you combine them to account, that's double
It
negative.
just stands for M.
I wonder if they have.
Mano. Manoj.
He kind of looks
Yeah,
like.
he. You know what? for the White's sake, he did a good job of going ahead and just making it M. Night, because I'm not going to try to read his first and middle name.
Minaj Niloatu.
Nope.
I feel pretty good about that, actually.
Neliatu. Neliatu?
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
Nelly Oxenfree.
Send over your best genie, dude. And that's
that crazy?
Pre-internet. That's pre-social media. There's probably like 6 Polaroids of that exist.
Yeah.
And there's some guy in Delco right now. It's like, yo, dude, you want to fucking see this thing that I could get killed over this?
Yeah. It's like a grainy alien footage.
Yeah.
He's
I got a
shaking.
picture of M. Night dressed up as Kazam, dude.
Yeah, he's the funniest thing, dude. They had him connected to levers and pools. He was floating.
Did you cry in Kazam?
I never seen it.
No. Oh, watch it. You might cry.
Honestly,
now.
I never have either.
Is that
No.
the film starring Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah.
No Jim
You want
Caviezel?
to know the spoiler? At
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end?
go ahead,
The kid's last wish.
He gets crucified.
No, he wishes that Kazam would be free and doesn't have to serve any masters ever again.
Really?
And he did it for him.
It's a good thing he didn't wish him to be
And then
free
he-
throws.
And he went on to play at LSU, and he went to the NBA,
Who did he play for?
and apparently has a huge penis and a tiny wife.
He's got a big penis. He fucking touched it like a spit
He's
roast.
got a big old penis, and now he's on the post-game show, and he's really charismatic and funny.
He actually is fucking.
Should
Dude, he's
Should
great.
we make ourselves cry? I think I can make myself cry right now. I just opened something up there.
No, I can't make myself cry.
They always talk about that. Actors say like they have
Who, like
something
me?
in their mind, like if they want to not be at the island and they want to just cry on set, they have to like think of a thing. What would your thing be?
You challenging me to a decathlon. I feel so goddamn bad
Should
for
I
you.
cry
so
about
tear
how
it up.
bad you lost?
You're a fool. You're a fool.
There was nothing in that decathlon you could beat me in. You shut up real quick when you saw that list.
I couldn't keep reading. I want to make a Passion of the Christ joke.
I could beat you in reading.
No, you cannot.
True, I'm pretty much illiterate. It's getting bad, dude. I had to read a lot of new stuff for my new job, and I was like, "Oh, you're illiterate."
Yeah, you got to practice speed reading, dude. You got to sit alone in your bed, Indian style, and go like this.
You have to be
You sit in
Indian
your
style.
bed, M Night style.
There it is, folks.
There it is, M Night style. That's Sid M Night style.
Yeah, I love that song by whatever her name is. Hit him, M Night Style. Gonna go no
I
passion.
was gonna guess Cisco, so I have no idea.
Crisco, what are we making, a pie? Come on, guys, we're back. We're back. It's the new year.
How was your New Year? You have a happy
didn't-
New Year? You got any resolutions?
Yeah, I got like actually genuine ones that I can't share. I'm
Secret resolutions.
my number one resolution, I did say unironically, is just getting the job done.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Number 2,
Bring it.
huh?
You're gonna bring it.
I'm gonna
That's-
bring it.
I'm gonna always bring it.
Number 3, no quitting.
Not anymore.
And number 4, pushing it to the limit.
And number 5, don't be hard on yourself if none of these pan out.
Number 5, get hard all the
True.
time.
Be hard on yourself.
That could be my next whatever feminist.
Just to constantly be hard.
Yeah, just let me be hard.
That's true. They can't stop you from just always being torqued.
Oh, I'm gonna be hard for money. We were fucking just sitting at a restaurant on Saturday, and my wondrous girlfriend goes, "What if I got us a free room to Atlantic City? Would you go right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So
You
an
see-
impromptu Atlantic City trip that cleaned the bank account out.
Yeah, see, you're not built for, and knowing you as well as I do, you're gonna crush it as a 37-year-old dad
Okay.
because
So you're saying I would beat you?
you don't have to do anything. Like you can get out of doing like the big doing something is taking my daughter ice skating, and it was like $11 to do that whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
See, that sounds great. I'm
Yeah,
on
and it
board.
was I got brownie points. I built a memory with my daughter. I got to show off the skills on the ice. If I'm being
Okay,
honest with you.
alright.
There was one guy trying to skate faster than me, and because I was there and couldn't abandon my daughter, I wanted to skate faster than him so bad. So it was just me chasing this fucking
There's
guy.
no way that guy noticed you at all. Dude.
At all. He was trying to
With
do
that
full
hair, are
moves.
you kidding me?
You think you're fucking better than me?
I couldn't. I had to put a hat over it. I couldn't let it flow that hard.
That's a good thing you didn't let it flow that hard. That would have been
It's a
really
hockey
bad. What if
flow.
my daughter only wants to go to Atlantic City though?
Don't let that happen. If you raise a kid that only wants to go to Atlantic City, leave that kid in Atlantic
She's
City.
3 or 4, and she's like, "Can we hit the trop?"
Sorry, you're the boardwalks now. Hon. They're gonna raise you. The creatures along the boardwalk.
A damn good sports bar has $10 40s. I'm like,
Oh,
that
that
is a
was-
bargain.
Wet
That-
Willie's is calling. I'm just saying, any age.
That
Now you
damn
guys
good
are hearing
sports
me.
bar deal has existed since I was 21, and
Yeah.
it is the best deal. You're
Well,
like,
I'll tell you, it's
let's
been
go
touched-
slam 1140s. Real
I know,
quick.
dude. It's been touched by inflation. We went there. It used to be 7, now it's 9.
Still
Have
a
you-
good deal.
Have
An
you
incredible
guys
deal.
have you guys been off off the boardwalk in Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever? I worked down there for a summer at one of the casinos for like 3 months or something like that. We used to go into like just the parts of Atlantic City we had no business.
Oh
being.
yeah, there's a lot.
It was
of
like
places you have no business.
2015.
Yeah, there's
You know
like
what I mean?
secret like seedy spots just everywhere.
It's hard. like, dude, you can go to a club, a quote unquote club, where they let you bring in your own booze, but they have to serve it to you.
There's just a guy named Rick, and it's his house.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like, I have a shotgun.
Welcome to Rick's. Give me your drinks.
Welcome to Rick's.
Yup.
I have a gun. You can't leave. God damn it! I forgot it's the gun special.
Ah, Rick's gun special. It always happens on
It's
Tuesday.
a great way to go. Welcome to Rick's. I have 4 loaded guns. You're done here. This is it for you.
I love, dude, driving down to Lake City. There's so many warnings for you to just turn around too. The billboards just progress along the way.
Yeah.
The first one will be like, "You sure?
Yep.
You want to do this?" And the third one's like, "Maybe you got a gambling problem." And then the
Yeah.
fourth one's like, "Call your wife.
Yeah.
Call your mom. Call your daughter." Like,
Right before you get there, you see the dollar lobster, and that kind of just reels you
Yeah.
in there.
At that point, they're like,
Ooh,
what's
good
the
buffet.
money line that you'd call your mom? I got a plus 300.
yeah. And then the last billboard's like, "You're gonna end up crying in your car."
That's fine. But then they start, now they know they got you, then they start hyping you back up. And they're
Yeah.
like, dude, this is your day.
True.
You'd be like, look, you want to pay for your kid's college tuition? How about you could double it?
Did you guys do some gambling?
Yeah, I fucking lost $300 in 20
what?
minutes. I'd be do penny slots like I'm a 90-year-old
Don't
woman.
play slots.
But I gotta go to bed after soon. I have to go to hay. I had to hit the hay.
You drove. All right. So you got in your car.
That's right.
You drove upwards of an hour, we'll say 45 minutes to an hour.
Hour and 5 clean.
Hour 5 clean there.
Yeah.
You had a free room. You did all that to go sit in front of the slots and just.
Nah, me and the lady,
Play
we
the slots.
halved. We actually walked around. Dude, I'll tell you, there is some creepy crawl. I mean, obviously, this is like a well-known thing. The older couples need to be held accountable for how much they rub their wife's lower parts from behind.
Oh, yeah.
I can't they wipe their wife's ass from the outside because they're trying to touch the base of the but they're catching all the way. And I had to watch it to the point where I was like, I'm getting in there, dude. Let me do it.
Did somebody make you watch it? Honestly,
I was drunk, and me and my girlfriend
so
are both
Jack
just,
Daniels had that on.
Yeah,
you?
we're just two drunk autistic people
is the
just
best
staring at
people
an older
watching.
couple.
The
Yeah, it was
people watching
unbelievable.
there is
Oh, it's
incredible.
great
It's
people
worth
watching.
it.
Well, it was
Yeah.
the best because it was 2 couples, and they were all in like a quartet of just rubbing, and they were on like a public dance floor. It was at this place, Boogie
I was
Nights.
just going to say, was it at Boogie
Yes,
Nights?
It
yes.
had to be a boogie night,
Dude, so many Aunt Donnas have gotten fingered on that dance floor.
Couldn't believe what I was seeing.
They're like, remember when this tune was hot when we were in high school? Huh?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Dude, it was 70s night, so they were like, finally.
You have to graduate high school in the 70s
Yep.
to get the deal.
It
Oh,
was,
yeah.
there was a lot
Show
of
us your
rubbing.
class ring.
dude. The
Fucking right there.
best time
Until
for
just
people
dead
watching.
stares.
You got to go to acing in the summertime when people are actually drunk on the boardwalk. You'll see like 4 fights. It's
Yeah.
worth it.
No, beyond
100%.
drunk.
That's
I
what-
remember when I was a kid, I went there with my parents, and there was a guy tightrope walking on the handrail, doing it like perfectly.
Yeah.
And I just asked my dad, I was like, "What's that?" And he was like, "That is a crackhead." And then the guy just took a fall onto the beach, and we never saw him again. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't come back up. Nobody looked over the rail. They were just like, "He's the beaches now.
A valiant
He
way to go.
belongs to the sand."
Like, if I
He's
did-
one with the B. Yeah.
If I did that, I would just stay there. I think.
Yeah.
I'll go
One-
lay next to him.
One of the
Like, what are
fun things you
thinking
can
about?
do in the Atlantic City Air Show, that's fun. You will get shit ripped on the beach and you just lay on your back. Don't look to see what planes are coming. And then all of a sudden, there's just a whole hell of a bunch of Blue Angels flying over your head.
Yeah.
And then a stealth bomber sneaks up on you.
Right.
It's fun.
That does sound pretty fun.
Yeah. I
Then
love
it's the
planes.
then it's the Lolita flying over top of you.
Yeah, then you just... Is that Jeffrey Epstein
There's
flying
like
a plane?
4 12-year-olds on that plane. What the hell? And you just let it happen. I would have
You
went
just-
like
and
this.
you're sitting there picking saltwater taffy out of your teeth.
I would have casted a rock at it and took the plane down.
Sounds beautiful.
I think if you give me a slingshot and a rock and a dream, I could take down a plane.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, the slingshot needs to have grenades.
They're lucky I was 5 in 2001. I could have fucking stopped all that. I just catch one in the turbine. No, not happening.
How old would you have had to have been on 9/11 for you to make a difference? You think
3.
3?
I needed to be younger. it
It would
happened
have been
too.
the cutest hero of all time.
It happened too late. That would have been little David. That'd have been my Goliath. You know how I get down?
Some say that they were David taking down Goliath, if you ask them.
Yeah.
Not me. These colors don't run.
You're kind of gonna be like my little David, and I'm the Goliath when we.
I got biblical hair.
In the
You're right.
Olympics, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
I would fit in so much better in biblical times, too. I'd beat you in that.
In biblical times?
Yeah, if we went back to biblical times.
I just watched The P of the Sea.
Dude,
Yeah, but you're
John will
watching. You're watching today's depiction of it.
I watched
I'm more in tune with
I just
people at
watched
that time.
POC, dude.
I'm like, oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
John will totally
POC,
wipe his
wow.
ass in public. He'll wipe his ass in public
Do
way
it right
better than
now.
you ever will.
If we get 11 more
Dude,
followers, I'll do
I'll
it.
wipe from the front and let it hit the back of my balls. I'm done caring. It's 2024. Also,
wipe from the back, hit the front.
yeah, that's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
wait,
I'm
are
doing
you
it.
are you an around guy or are you through the legs guy?
I say, Gab, get in here.
I'm done pooping.
My scrum's dirty.
My scrum.
I say, hurry. If not you, my mother, I got to call her.
Did I earn my treat?
She scratches the bottom of my chin.
I'm in the middle of potty training right now myself. My daughter already figured it out.
Yeah.
She's got it down.
No, yeah. Everyone's like, did you offer her like treats and candy? I'm like, I can't link good things to like that. I can't her entire life. She's in high school, just reaching her arm out. She's like, can someone hand me Starburst?
Yeah.
I just shit in here. Like, that's a problem.
True, you could, like, this is like a very early molding period. You could do some fun tricks to
Dude,
it.
it's so weird. Like, you have to really think about shit. You're like, well, literally think about shit, but like, you have to like think about like explaining. I'm like, all right, like, so when you have to go to the bathroom, you got to tell me. And then she's like, okay. Like, you see her thinking about it. She's like, so like when I start going to the bathroom, I tell you, it's like, no.
Close.
You know when you feel like, ooh, and then I had to think. I was like, yeah, when do I know I have to poop? Like, usually it's like,
When there's no other choice. Like,
yeah, usually it's when I'm
Yeah,
driving
usually when
home.
there's no other
Yeah.
chance.
But it's like, it's interesting. 'cause
It's an emergency every time.
you'll be sitting
It's
there.
a photo finish just about constantly. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, of course. I started pushing the limit, working from home, like fully working from home again. I started pushing the limits on my poops, and I wait till it's like end of. Actually, that that backfired.
See,
Got
you
some
don't
news
you
to
don't
report.
you don't have to poop in public enough, John. That's the
I finally shit my pants as an adult.
Oh, my God.
It happened. It happened. We're an hour in. We can talk about it now.
So now this is Passion of the Crap.
Passion of the Crap, part 2.
It was
What happened?
passionate, all right.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Crops.
I don't know. Listen, I've been talking a lot of shit.
Was it
about
in an
people that shit their
IKEA?
pants.
Be
it was
honest.
in my house. Now I will say it was post food poisoning and stomach bug, so I was recovering from that. But I should know my own bowels.
Yeah.
I've been talking a lot of shit for the last like decade on people pooping themselves as adults.
You were literally
And
talking shit.
I was sitting at my computer and I went like this on the arms to do the old. Let me lift this one up. It's gonna have a lot of volume to it. Went like this.
You're pulling
and
up
as
from,
I
why are you
lifted-
pulling up from deep, dude? Just sit on the toilet. What are you, Steph Curry?
No, I thought it was a fart.
He's in the
on my
office chair
computer
right
at the
now.
office.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
I thought you were
office
on
chair.
the toilet.
Office chair. My apologies.
I thought you were fucking
You got
Ray
an
Allen.
armrest on my toilet.
You're like, "Brah."
Actually,
Dude, that would be a baller move
Toilet
to have
armrest. Give me
armrests on the
this.
toilet.
Also, can you scroll up? I don't want M. Night to look at us throwing this.
he looks like he's pooping his pants right now in this picture. So I lifted, and as I lifted, mush went down, and I caught it in the dungarees, in the undies.
You flexed it?
And I waddled, and I announced to my wife as I waddled to the toilet, I said, well, 37 years, I finally did it.
Yeah.
And she was like, what are you talking about? Went and got the rest of the poo-poo out. But yeah, I've passed that threshold now. Where
Wow.
I'm an adult that is shat. Have you ever shat yourself as an adult?
No, but I imagine it feels like pretty relieving in both ways where you're like, look, I got it
was
out of the
weird.
way.
I'm very glad. It made me realize if this happened anywhere but my house, it would have been a dilemma.
Yeah.
Because like I could have kept pooping and would have been fine. I would walk to the bathroom, clean it up. And I now understand why, like, when you go into a bathroom and you just see like shit pants on the ground or like there's just a spray of diarrhea on the wall, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that was that person's worst day.
Yeah.
I no longer judge people for like their terrible poopies.
Or, like your dad said, could be a crackhead.
Could be a crack.
Unfortunately, that could be crack
But
shit.
you know what? They probably don't want to poop their pants. They don't want to do it.
I think you're probably right on most. I think there might be a select few that's very
No,
deviant.
I've almost pissed myself weekly for the last 11 years.
That feeling of when you have to pee at max capacity, there's nothing like that. Like your
I'm
stomach
gonna have to.
feels
I
like
can
a
feel it
bubble.
right now. I'm gonna pee before we leave here.
Okay,
We're gonna
good.
get back to my house, and you guys have both been on my porch. You've seen it's very dark at night on there,
I've been sleeping there. Yeah.
and it's just one key. Turn it, other lock. Get in there. Bathroom's right there. As soon as that key goes in,
And what's your address, John?
I just start peeing a little bit every time that key goes in at 1152
Wow.
Jenkins Street.
You're a quitter, dude. You gotta hold it all the way.
And then I just have to go no, and I drop everything.
Yeah.
And I always have to get past a belt. There's always a belt when you gotta go.
No, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
you gotta actually get into the bathroom, sit on the toilet, and hold it another 2 minutes and listen to David Goggins.
No, it's too late. It's already coming out.
Nah, for me, I go.
But the good thing is, it's like I'm ending my day, so it's like, well, these underwear are gonna get washed anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well pee in them a little bit.
Yeah, truly, you really just kind of soil your underwear.
We need to invent pissable underwear. It's just a diaper. Never mind.
Already
Yeah, I
exists.
just invented a diaper, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, we could get to places if we had cars that flew, things like that, dude.
If
Like,
only they could go to islands.
Yeah,
with
and then
all of
you
our
could-
favorite celebrities.
and you could hang out with really cool people of all different ages.
Yeah, imagine like though you're there, like you got a job there at Epstein Island, and you didn't know what was. Because there's just a crew that was apparently Trump hung out with the kitchen crew. He says.
Yeah.
He said he just hung out in the kitchen. You can diddle kitchen workers.
Yeah,
I
they
worked
should-
at Chili's. They'll let you.
Oh, John.
They should make an Iron Chef for Epstein's Island or a Hell's
yeah.
Kitchen.
Yeah, there had to have been a top tier chef there, right?
Oh, you'd
Do you think it
believe
was the
it.
one that Barack Obama killed?
It
Allegedly.
might be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
I think
probably
that's
right.
probably
Probably all
why he killed
connects.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Big Mike got him.
I got no bones about that.
What do you got coming up?
Actually,
Things.
I go through these things where it's I don't get booked on something for like a week and a half, and I literally have like a mental breakdown. I'm like, I'm a fucking loser. People have figured me out. They don't want to book me on stuff anymore. They know I suck.
Jay and I actually text each other all the time talking about how much a loser you are when we don't see anything.
Yeah,
like,
what
you
I-
don't
Yeah,
guys
it's
say anything.
true. Yeah.
You're what in your fucking Blackberries, you old
Yep.
men?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why don't you put me in the text chain then?
Yep, we're crapping our pants and we're talking shit on you.
Crapping, pissing, texting. But yeah, so actually, I have a busy January. This weekend we'll be at Wisecrackers in Mohegan Sun. That's a fun one. I'll be there all weekend. We're doing 3 shows there.
Wait,
Open for-
Connecticut.
No, it's Mohegan Sun in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
3 shows. I'm hosting them for Greg Stone, very funny dude. Thursday we're at Helium doing the night crap. The 19th, this is a fun one. We're gonna be filming another thing with Kyle Pagan.
Yes.
Jay will have to fill you in on that. And Crossing Broad, and then later that night will be at Fat Lady Brewing Company with Jim Gillespie and all the fellas.
Nice. I got where can they find you? Sorry.
You guys can find me where
Epstein
you least
Island.
expect me. When you need me most, I'll be there. The movie Jack Frost made me cry as a kid.
There it is.
Michael Keaton.
I knew we'd get out of you. You can find me watching Matt cry to Jack Frost tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Kings Highway Comedy, not at Kings Highway in New Jersey. This is a Pennsylvania gig. Kings Highway at it's called 16 something Brewing Distillery. This month, the 18th, that's when I'm bad at promos.
You're
Start
killing it.
over. 3, 2, 1. You can find me at Kings Highway Comedy at a place this month on the 18th. Damn, I did it
You
worse.
fucking retarded,
How did I
dude.
do it worse? I'm brain
You're
dead.
smooth
least
as
a little,
sandpaper, brother.
You can also up in Easton, Rosemont Comedy on February 17th. That Monday on the 2 Mondays later, 1 month before, the 22nd of January. We're going back in time again. Playtime Comedy somewhere in Philly called The Dutch. Find me there. Montague Comedy, Hacks Comedy Golf. It's probably never coming back. I'm a better athlete than Matt will ever be. And send in, that's what we can do. Listeners, if you're still listening, send in your suggestions on what Matt and I should compete in.
Please let us know. We'll do it. And we may be live, so you can incorporate in the chat the very next podcast. And also, we'll have a goddamn guest for once in our life. So
Maybe.
if you want to come on the podcast, let us know, and you could just come to Jay's house. We'll send you his address.
We're going to start working our way through the Epstein list.
Yeah, we'll get all of the who's who of the little kissers.
Alphabetically. First one, Abe Lincoln. Isn't
Abe,
that crazy?
wow.
Brought him back.
Wow.
Wow.
What is it good for?
Answer.